Okay, let's talk about the circumference now. That's the measure of all the way around the edges of this circle. Let's say we've got a diameter here of 4. So the circumference is equal to, here's that pi again, 3.14 times the diameter, which is 4. Here's our side calculation. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry, we've got 5, and we've got a 12. So in this case, we have 2 places for our decimal point. So the circumference is equal to 12.56. Now this is a distance calculation. We're walking around the edges, almost like a perimeter we would do in a square or triangle. This is circumference is kind of a fancy word for perimeter when we're talking about circles. So this is units. We're not going to square it. You don't walk in squares around, you walk in footsteps. So that's just plain units. The other formula for circumference, you can see that we're going to need the diameter of the circle to figure this out. When you're only given a radius, let's say that this would be 6. All right, so if our radius was 6, we would have to have 2 of those because our calculation says 2 of the radiuses. So we're going to do circumference is equal to 2, pi is 3.14, and the radius of this is 6. But basically, it's the same thing if we were to say that this calculation here was 12. That would be 2 6s. So you see what I'm saying? This could be extended where we would get a diameter of 12. So if you were using this formula, if you had the diameter calculation, you would want this one. Circumference is pi d. And if you're given a radius, then you're going to need 2 of them, 2 radius to make the 1 diameter. It's the same thing, but you're working with the information that you're given. So in this case, we're going to do, we could say 2 times 6 is 12, first, and then multiply it by 3.14. So let's come to the side. 3.14 times 12, we're going to have 8, 2, and 6, 4, 1, and 3. That was easy. 8, 6, 7, and 3. 2 decimal places would put it here. So the circumference of this circle is 37.68 units. Remember what we're doing. We're walking around the entire circumference. When we were doing area, we are making like rows and rows and blocks, as if we were going to be planting a garden. So the area of it would be all of these squares. So our answer would be in units squared. Area is always the squares that you're making, so you can plant all those carrots. And here you're walking around the edge of it, the perimeter. So that's just walking is just units. It's a distance.